the scoreboard, lopsided on the stat sheet. What impressed you the most about the way your offense
I think O-line did a great job keeping me clean. There weren't really any hits I took that weren't because of something I did, which was awesome. Receivers made plays when we had to. We were able to run the ball well. I mean, I think this is probably our best all around game as an offensive unit. So I was really proud of our guys.
Every game you guys have had, I think, 10 guys get a catch. Is there ever any point where you're like, oh, it's getting really hot throwing to this one guy, so keep trying to throw him, or how do you end up with so many players with
Um, I think it's just a testament to the amount of really, really good players that we have. I think there were, like, you take last year for example, we had some guys go down and get banged up and get into those middle of the season games where you have to force 20 balls to Rasheed. That's just not the case anymore. We have so many guys that are really, really special, and a lot of guys that came back last year and have just added so much to their game. So yeah, I think down the road there definitely will be games where somebody's going to get the hot hand and it's just going to be their game. But it's really cool to turn on the film after the first three games we played and see so many different guys catching the ball.
after last
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. That was, I think that was a big point of emphasis for us. Definitely coming out strong in the second half was a big point of emphasis for us this game too. I think our last two games coming out of the half, we've gone three and out. So, but to your point, yes, finishing drives was a huge point of emphasis for us.
to get your connection going back with Jordan Curley, how much does that mean to you? And just kind of the start to his year, how much did it mean to him to break through like that?
That was awesome. I love every bit of that for him. He definitely earned it and definitely deserved it. For one reason or another, he hasn't been able to he wasn't able to get the amount of catches he's usually accustomed to getting, and it was awesome for him to step up and make plays this game and get two touchdowns for us, which was really awesome.
Feels like every time you throw the ball to Jordan,
It's great. It makes my job a lot easier knowing that as long as you can get the ball into number eight's hands, he's probably gonna do something special with it. I don't know if there's anybody on the team that can get yards after the catch like Jordan can. He's really, really special with the ball in his hand. And at the end of the day, it is kind of like a safety valve out there. So yeah, Jordan's really special.
there was talk during preseason camp that maybe in response to trying to stay a little bit healthier, Jordan Curley had bulked up over the offseason, gotten bigger and stronger. His second touchdown today, I don't know what your angle was after you threw it, but looked like he got hit from both sides, stumbled a little, kept his balance. Was that touchdown a result of his offseason work?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything he did tonight was a result of his offseason work. I threw him the little hitch, and I saw him start to fight for a couple of yards. I was like, all right, we're gonna get a first down. This is awesome. And then it was like, oh crap, he's still going. And then the next thing I knew, it was a touchdown. So that was really, really cool to see. And it's cool that you get to see Curly kind of breaking outside of that mold of being the speedster, the guy that Noah can catch. He still is that guy, but for him to do something like that tonight is really, really special.
also showed off the running back depth with LJ going out early, not having Jalen or Belton. How nice was it to see Carr get involved, and then obviously Tyler do what he does, and then even sitting there.
It was great. We've got a stable of running backs that can go, and it's very comforting as a quarterback to know that when your top one or two guys can't go, that the rest of the room can still carry that weight and still move the ball down the field for us. So that was really cool to see.
Last week in Norman, your coach talked about wanting to see the proper response from you and your teammates after suffering your first loss of the year. And then during the week this week, he said what coaches are supposed to say, that you're not looking forward to TCU. But how much did you and your teammates talk about those things among yourselves as you get ready for today?
Which things?
Responding properly to the Oklahoma game and then not looking ahead to next week.
Um, I think coming off a loss like that, it's the biggest thing is just to win the next game, no matter who's in front of us. And obviously, this week is going to be a huge one for us because it's TCU. It's a rivalry game. Everybody knows why this game holds so much weight. But I think we were able to use the Oklahoma loss to kind of fuel the fire in a great way for this week, all the while staying as present as we can and focusing on Prairie View. So,
Preston, did you see what probably happened?
no.
Is that just underline the point how well you guys hung with those guys up there?
I guess so. It's kind of hard to compare scores without seeing the film, but obviously Tulsa's a team that's given us problems for the past 4 or 5 years. So a blowout win against them, that's really impressive. And yeah, I guess that does kind of add a little bit of value to how we were able to play with Oklahoma.
On the drive after reception, back to Roger down, and a coach told us that that it kind of happenstance that play was drawn up for him right afterwards. But how did it feel? They,
It felt great. It felt great. Anytime you can, just like I said about Jordan, anytime you can get the ball into the hands of 13, he's gonna do something special with it. If I hadn't thrown it behind him on the interception, I'm sure he would have caught it and taken it for at least 20. So that felt really good to get him that ball right after that, and he did what Junior does. So that was really cool to see.
you said he was
Really?
good.
Yeah.
You were able to lead a scoring drive right at the end of the first half, and then coming out of halftime right at the beginning of the second half. Was one of them more significant or more important to you than the offense?
I wouldn't say one is more important than the other. Like I said before, coming out strong in the second half was something that was a point of emphasis for us. So for us to score, and I think it was 2 plays coming out of the half was a big thing for us.
That's continuously got you guys the ball back pretty quick. A lot of 3, 4, 5 drives. How much does that help the offense kind of stay in sync when you kind of catch your breath, take a breather for a second, and are right back out there?
It's great. It's great. You can get you can kind of fall into a trap of getting antsy if the other team's able to put those 10, 11, 12 play drives together, and time and time again, our defense just keeps showing up to play. It's I feel like each year that I've been here, we've had a great defense, and this year by far, it's just been unbelievable to watch what those guys have done. So yeah, it definitely helps when they're able to get off the field really quick.
A little fun after dealing with them all spring, all fall, to have a few Saturdays where you get to see them cause
Absolutely. Absolutely, especially when we would go up in fall camp against our defense, and you're about to snap the ball, and you look into the eyes of Elijah Roberts, you're like, man, I'm really glad I have a red jersey on or black jersey on. Because they are, man, those guys just terrorize quarterbacks week in and week out. So yeah, it's a good feeling to watch them do that.